new beginnings, new hopes and new horizons. Talking of the current play of India-Sri Lanka relations, these expressions promptly come to one's mind. This is clearly the transformational moment in India-Sri Lanka relations. In barely 3 months, there have been 3 high-profile interactions, starting from the visit of Sri Lankan Foreign Minister to India, followed by the February 15 to 18 visit of President Maithripala Sirisena to New Delhi. President Sirisena's choice of India as his first overseas destination sent a clear message that the India-Sri Lanka relations have moved into a fast lane. Mr. Sirisena's visit was followed by India's External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj's trip to Sri Lanka. Minister Swaraj's wide-ranging interactions in Colombo have set the stage for the visit by Prime Minister Narendra Modi to Sri Lanka on March 13-14. The symbolism and importance of Mr. Modi's visit is clear from the fact that this will be the first standalone bilateral visit by an Indian Prime Minister to the island country after Rajiv Gandhi's trip in 1987. All eyes in the region will be on the meeting between Mr. Modi and Mr. Sirisena as they unveil an ambitious roadmap for multi-pronged acceleration of bilateral ties across diverse areas, including trade and investment, development cooperation, defense ties, and reconstruction of the island nation. The talks are expected to focus on the political reconciliation process in Sri Lanka, an important issue that will be in focus when Prime Minister Modi visits Jaffna, home to a large population of Sri Lankan Tamils. The two leaders are also expected to discuss evolving joint mechanisms to address the issue of fishermen. The highlight of the Prime Ministerial trip will be Mr. Modi's address to the Sri Lankan Parliament, which will flag off a long-term vision for India-Sri Lanka relations in the years to come. The Prime Ministerial trip will cohere cultural and civilizational bonds that bind the two fraternal neighbors. Buddhist spiritual connections will be highlighted when Mr. Modi visits the ancient heritage cities.
He flies first to Anuradhapura. He would see Sri Mahabodhi tree there, which was brought by Mahinda and Sangamitra from the Ashokan period.
From building houses, schools and hospitals to constructing roads, airports and ports, India has been proactively engaged with reconstruction and resurgence of the neighboring country.
Talaimanar, historically nearest point of contact between Sri Lanka and India, and he will be unveiling a plaque which would inaugurate the railway Talaimanar Pier railway station, and he will flag off a train, a Talaimanar Madhu Road train. Now if you're wondering why he's doing that, we were involved in the reconstruction of the Talaimanar Medavachia rail track as part of the reconstruction activities in the recent years. From Talaimanar, PM goes to Jaffna. There are 2 big things he'd be doing. One is that he would be foundation plaque for the Jaffna Cultural Center, and then he will be handing over homes in a part of Jaffna which have been built by us. These have been built essentially for the internally displaced persons. I would say this is actually the flagship cooperation project with Sri Lanka right now.
With bilateral trade and investment on an upswing, the focus will be on renewing deep connections of the mind and heart. With both countries looking at each other as a narrative of opportunity, the India-Sri Lanka relations have indeed entered a fast-track phase. Expect new doors to open up in this time-tested relationship.